Israel has mainly three interests concerning the Syrian front. The first one is to keep the border zone as calm as possible. And we can influence this interest in a very distinguished way. It's not a big problem militarily. The second challenge is to block as much as possible the transformation of a sophisticated weapon from Syria or through Syria to the Hezbollah in Lebanon. This is a very, I would say, prominent issue in Israel because we do understand that with more and more accurate missiles in Lebanon, the Hezbollah will gain the capability to hit any major infrastructure in Israel. And that could be, a major blow to Israel in any future conflict. And therefore, this is a great mission. We can influence that in a very prominent way, but not, totally. We can, hamper this transformation of a sophisticated weapon, but we cannot block it completely. And the third interest is to minimize as much as possible the Iranian hegemony in Syria. I would like to mention also a fourth interest of Israel, and that's to strengthen the Israeli hold of the Golan Heights. I think what we have today is a strategic opportunity to make the Israeli presence in the Golan Heights as a permanent issue without any further, complications, future complications, because I think it's totally crucial to the security of Israel. Lebanon. The interest in Lebanon is, first of all, to minimize Hezbollah future capabilities from a military perspective. I don't like, people here in Israel that mention every time that, 100,000 of rockets are pointed toward Israel at this very moment. Yes, it's true, but this is a kind of a demagogic way to describe the threat. The Israeli threats or the Israeli capabilities are much larger, and we can defeat the Hezbollah just a matter of, a willingness. But still, it's a very serious threat, very serious threat. And we need to minimize the building power process, and at the same time, we should convince the world that the government of Lebanon has some responsibility for the negative things that they have inside Lebanon. I move on, to the Gulf states and the Saudi Arabia. Here I would say that it is very encouraging to see the ongoing relationship and the developing relationship between Israel and the Gulf states. But I would like to say something that, mentioned in the Bible just 2,700 years ago. I read it, it's about Rabshakeh at the gates of Jerusalem, calling the Israeli king, the Judean king, Zacchaeus, and told him the following, that, what makes you so confident? Look on whom you are relying. That splintered reed of staff which enters and punctures the palm of anyone who leans on it. So we should be very, very careful concerning the Gulf states. Yes, we can find, common interests, but we should remember all the time that we really rely on a completely different set of values. And we should not overemphasize this relationship, although I think that anything we can do to improve them, well, that's very, very important. I think that, just managing, handling the conflict, well, probably is not enough for the future. It was right here and there, along these ongoing conflict. But when I look at the future, probably it won't be enough. And Israel should make up its mind, what to choose. Where are we going? Where are we heading in order to stabilize the situation, in order to promise our children and grandchildren, better security?